Hey guys, and welcome to another video by Sabrefox91o. As you can see, we are here on Dawnbreaker, and I'll be doing the basics on when it comes to defending and attacking, and then also showing you an overview map with some of my positions which I recommend. So let's jump right into it, starting with the Chinese. Alright then, let's start with the right side on China, also known as Ocean Road. There are two basic areas that people like to cover. One is here with sandbags, which are also an over here with the ditch, and another one is here is a straight run towards these sandbags. But you must remember, you do not get to these sandbags first. They do get to their sandbags first on from the US side. So do be careful if they tend to throw a nade, but usually they overthrow a nade and it lands before you even get here. Now also, when it comes to this area over here in the sandbags, it's always good to keep your straight eye here for the enemy there, and also watching the left side if someone tries to flank under the bridge. And from here at the ditch, over here at the back of the sandbags, you can check to see if your friend is not being pushed straight without through smoke or anything like that. But here behind this ditch here, you have a better head glitch position, and also you can see better people up from under the bus there. Remember, you can shoot their feet, so remember that to your advantage for the next time you play the side. Now here in the middle, it is one of the hardest areas to cover, usually for the fact because it's such a wide area for you to cover. People can basically come from under the bridge, or in the middle of the top right side, or even the left top side there, or even go at the bottom of the bridge. But if it's unlucky one of your teammates on the side go down and they can get control on top of the bridge, you are very open and it's hard for you to protect your teammates from them. So always make sure that you stay back and keep a nice distance so you can protect your teammates. The spot here at the back of this tower, I would say, is the spot you might want to use, but it's not much cover, as you can see, because you can just shoot right through it. One of the most, I would say, is the most common spots that people use is here at the far right side. Usually because you can see straight under there at the bottom side, and you can see a little bit at the bottom there, while also seeing it over top there at the bridge, and then it may be a little peaked at the back of the balcony. And sometimes, I haven't seen much people do it here, but sometimes sitting at the back of a ditch or inside here, getting a very close up. But then again, once you are here, you do not have a very nice view of the right side, so you're going to have to be constantly moving. And it's not very recommended, I would say. Now here on the far left side, it is a very important area. It is usually known as mountain or forest. But the reason it's so important is because you have an overview of all three bomb sites on China, and it can be easily used to your advantage. Especially if you like your small or RPGs, you can just basically clock each bomb site from this position here. Or if you're a very good long shot range, like most prim players, you can take the enemy team down easily. You can even defend the bomb or even help attack it from here. So it is very essential for you to keep the side. And also remember, once you're on the left side here, a quick area to flank your enemies is using this little red zone area here. A lot of people will not agree with it, but it does help. If you see there was enough time for me to move through there without the time even running out. And then I'm back here in the ditch where I can basically take on the enemies and I'm back up again. It can also be used as a quick spawn or as a safe position for you to get a spawn bomb on you. Now on the left side, when it comes to the positioning, there are two recommended positions, I would say. One is here at the far back on this rock. For over here, you basically have an overview and a nice head close position of the balcony over there, a bit of the bridge and under the bridge as well, while seeing the left side open area there. And then if you are feeling a bit frisky, you can always move up with the other position right up here in the bridge, getting a close quarters, getting the takedowns as soon as possible. Or also if you're feeling maybe a bit of Rambo, moving down the bottom of the bridge, taking out the enemy here, and then moving up towards here. Alright guys, as you can see on the overview map, this is starting from the Chinese side, and this is one of the basic structures. As you can see on the right side here, I have only one player here, watching the two areas here, one on the sandbags and one showing towards the bus. And then we have two here in the middle, one watching straight under the bridge, which you can also use to flank if need be. And then the one here in the far back in the middle on the sandbags here, watching over at the bottom of the bridge, at the top, and at the bottom as well again. Everyone here right straight at the far left side, straight up against sandbags, watching straight over, and then one far back watching the left side, and over straight towards the balcony. These positions can also be used to attack straight, and just always remember, like I said in all my videos, If someone does go down, remember to do the shift motion, or in these cases when only this guy in the front goes down and this guy's alone, you must keep spawn for this player to arrive, or when a situation like this where this player goes down, this player will have to switch over to this position over here. Then with this motion over here, as you can see, I have placed 2 here at the bottom, one watching straight towards the sandbags, either behind the sandbags here or in the ditch, and then one behind the sandbags in this location over here, watching straight towards the bus, and one straight over. Basically, this one straight can use to be pushed over straight, while this one on the ditch provides covering fire. And then you want to have one here on the far right side of the sandbags watching right under the bridge here and providing a middle view for the bridge, and then one on the far left side here, also watching straight under the bridge and to left side view. And then you usually have the normal spot here at the back, watching towards the balcony and on the far left side. In this position, I would say the guy on the far left side was either keep a very defensive position and providing spawn if this one does go down. But these two can basically move between each other or move backwards for a shift motion. The ones on the far right, so depending on how the situation is, it's better to hold the spawn because this is open road is not good for you. Now when it comes to attacking on all 3 sides, it's always important to make sure you get at least 1 pick down before even making an attempt to get closer. Because like I said in all my videos, getting at least 1 or 2 picks is better for your team, because it means the enemy lines are thinned down and you can find a better gap to flank them or sneak right through and take them out from behind. From the far right side, when it comes to the flank, I would say always use your grenades to your advantage, get at least 1 pick, and then use your one friend to push up while the other one covers you from the one side. And in the middle, I don't really have an attack strategy because I prefer using the sides to attack. So I would say the one in the middle should always hold back, providing a back view and also helping your teammates by calling where the enemy are at all times. And then here on the left side, I would suggest taking at least 1 pick down because there are usually 1 or 2 here. And then basically taking this front over here to push while the one friend in the far back using the overview area basically protects you while you move up and providing covering fire. Now starting here on the left side from the US on Ocean Road, there is only 1 recommended position I would say because 2 is not really needed, but then the one here on the left side has to play very defensively and see if you only get the picks only when needed. From this position over here you can see the left side ditch over there, and then moving a bit back, see if they try to jump up and getting those picks down. Also from a position over here and when an angle like this, a bit higher or so, it's a bit of an area. You can nade onto the position right over there, taking that 1 kill, leaving you with only the 1 in that ditch or behind those sandbags, making it a lot easier for you to defend this area. Now here on the middle side, it is a very big area to cover as well, like I said from the other side as well, but it's a little bit more close quarters and you have better cover as well. So 2 I would say was the best recommended players which you want on the side. 1 I would say is here by these sandbags over here, watching that area over there or that area over there. But you can also use him to see if you can get like a sneaky little area behind, smoking it up there if need be, and then pushing up and taking the flank down on the enemy there. It's one that most people love to do. And then another position is keeping it back here, holding a defensive positions on these sandbags over here at the back, keeping a high viewpoint and watching both underside of the bridge and also saying a little the U shape here on the bridge, seeing if anybody's on there while keeping still better cover you can just peek over and shoot from. And yeah, from this side I would say stay more defensively when it comes to the person here at the back, and if you have an extra one, use him to flank under the bridge, or if he does get the opportunity to run on top of the bridge, getting a higher viewpoint and taking down the enemy team. Now on the right side here on the mountain side from starting the US, both teams love to use 2 players. The reason for that, it is a very wide open area and you need all the support you can get. Usually 1 here in the far back on the balcony, seeing if they can get the picks there, the far back rocks, or even if there's someone rushing up in the front. If you do get the opportunity, you should see if you can get up here, toss a nade against that if someone does run up here, and moving up closely, getting you a better angle from here and getting you better cover to move up to the enemy position over there. Another position people love to use is also here in the far back, either behind these boxes over here, where they can get another angle from the enemy, and also the enemy over there and there as well. Or if they can, here at the back, just on these boxes with a nice little headlet position, you can just pop over and get a few picks there as well. It is a very defensive area, but it's also can be very well if you can get the push and get the two enemies on there down. Alright, now for the overview starting from the US. As you can see, I placed only 2 here on the bottom. This is not recommended, but it can also be used if you want to be very offensive. One is placed inside the bus or at the back of it, but the back of the bus is not recommended because people can shoot your feet. But then again, from inside the bus, you have a better view straight towards the sandbags over here and watching it behind the ditch. And there's one here at the top by the sandbags, which can basically provide covering fire here towards the ditch area, or if you want to, you can look straight over here and push straight over here. And then you have one in the middle area watching 3 locations. This is a very risky area because then this one person has to basically cover the whole area and constantly move around. But obviously then you can see under the bridge and over the bridge in the middle, and then another area on the right here and under the bridge. And then you have one up against the sandbags here, basically watching a straight view who can push up straight here and moving down towards. And on the far right side, not here against the building, but where the boxes here on the left side, providing a covering fire from the left side in this area, usually by the enemies hiding behind these rocks over here. And now you have this setup over here, which I would highly recommend if you want to push here on the far left side and in the middle while keeping an offensive right side. It is very highly recommended. Now here on the far right side, there's only one player watching the right side ditch and one straight here in the sandbags, keeping it and keeping the enemies back. And then one right here at the bottom right side of the bridge who can basically push up here and clear the enemies either here on the right side or pushing straight into the middle. And then another one right in the middle, keeping all 3 areas of the bridge covered, making sure nobody pushes in who can take out your friends from the right there, or from the right from their location, or from your location, and on the left here as well. And then you have the 2 at the back, one with the better cover from the boarding. If someone does need to help, he can basically move out around the boarding in a safe position towards here. And then the other one over here, keeping it behind the balcony and the sandbags, which is this over here, watching straight over there, making sure no one pushes up here. And this is a very recommended setup, I would say. Now, if you're pushing up here from the left side from the US, and if you do really want to use 2 members, you can. I would recommend using one person here to hold the defense line here, and then using the one on the far left side, getting into the bus if need be. You can just shoot out that door, getting a better position, and then just taking that out quick as that. Or getting an obvious views position from the guy in the ditch over there. Taking him down, giving you a better opportunity to move. And if you really like, you can always just smoke up these areas, and then just pushing up straight out through it. Pushing right through the smoke to the ditch area over here, making sure it's clear, and then moving through using this cover over here, and then just taking him out. Now from the middle here, when you're attacking, like I said before, and I will just recap on that, you can usually just push someone straight up here on the left side, smoking this area here and moving into the flank over there, getting that side, or you can push them straight through on here, moving straight to these sandbags and taking the enemy here down, providing the middle area open for you, or you can just push right straight through into this little ditch area, clearing either the right side over there or straight through and hiding like a little bitch. And here on the right side, when you do want to push up, there's only one way to push up, and if they're having a good down position, it is getting one of the picks down first. You're not going to be moving up this area just by brute force. It is going to be extremely hard for you and you will get taken down. So rather see getting at least one pick, or you've cleared them out completely before moving up. That is the only logical way I see pushing it up from this side. Alright, and that covers about all the basics for this map. I hope this video was very informative for you guys. If you guys do want the nade spots for this map, I'll put the link in the description right below. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and until next time guys, thank you so much.